What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Zamir from XCC Tunes. If this is your first time here, please make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, smash the like button, and share this video to everyone you know. Alright. In this video, I'm gonna talk about pattern editor and things that you can do with the pattern editor. It's gonna be a lot of interesting way to use the pattern editor, which I'm gonna show you guys right now. So let's get started. So as you guys already know, you can use the pattern editor using the drum track here. Let me just name them drums. Okay, so now you have this drums. You can press Control and just click on empty space here. You're gonna have this pattern editor already created for you. However, you notice that there's nothing here because there are no drum samples added here. Okay, that makes sense, right? So now if I double click on here, nothing here because there are no samples added here. But what if you want to use this pattern editor for different kind of tracks? Okay, you can definitely do that. So I'm going to show you guys how. Go to your file browser. Okay, let's say I want to have a hi-hat here. Yep, this hi-hat. If you guys have seen my previous video or any of my beat making videos, you might have noticed that I always use sampler track for my drums, right? I created sampler track, and then I used to actually there's multiple different ways that I've made a beat before. I've used the beat designer here. Okay, we still have the beat designer, and I have used step designer to make beats and stuff like that. I've done all of that before we have this pattern editor. All right, so now that we have a cool pattern editors, we don't have to use this way, but I'm going to show you guys how you can use the pattern editor with your sampler track. Okay, like I said before, all you have to do is just press Control and double click on an empty area to create the pattern editor. Now that I have this hi-hat here, I'm going to just play a note right now. Okay, this is the hi-hat, and I want to create a, let's say, a nice pattern for hi-hat. Okay, let me bring down the tempo, maybe 90. Yep, that works. Let's loop this guy. Now I can create a hi-hat pattern with the pattern editor with the sampler track. Okay, and there are a couple of other ways that you can also use pattern editor. Okay, so let's dive deep into pattern editor now. Okay, now I have created a really nice hi-hat pattern, right? So let's go and add a snare. Yeah, let's do that. So Control, double click, and double click on this. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the sampler control, and I'm going to go to the pitch. I'm going to right click on this and go to pattern editor assigned to step automation pitch course. Okay, now if I go to the pattern editor now, I have this pitch course, right? So now watch what happens when I increase this. So now you can see that you can actually adjust the pitch with the pattern editor, right? That's cool. But usually you will not do this kind of thing with the snare. So let's go and do that with the hi-hat. Yep. So all you have to do is go to the sampler track, right click, and go to pattern editor, assign. And now go to the pattern editor, go to pitch course, and now these are the nodes that highlighted. Okay, let's just mute the snare. That's kind of cool, right? Okay, so another cool thing that you can do is go to the pattern here and click on pitch. So I can select any of this note to represent a different color. So let's say if I want a green color for the note C, so now all the note C will be green color. I like the fact that I can do this. I can customize the pattern the way I want, right? And here is where you can see all the notes. So for instance, let's say you have a hi-hat here, and you don't want to use this note, but you want to use, let's say, this note, right? So this is what G. So if you want the pattern to start with the G note, all you have to do is go to the pattern editor and go right here and select the G note. So G, it was G 2, I believe. Yes. So now okay, make sure you go to sampler track and click on the audio warp. Okay, this is the controls that we have with the pattern editor, which I really like. I mean, Cubase have done a great job with this because they give us a lot of the freedom to set the pattern editor the way we want. Okay, so obviously I've already talked about the swings and offsets, so I'm not going to cover that. So I'm going to go back and change it back to C3. Okay, let me just close this window now. And you can also add all these automation from this plus button here. So if let's say you want to have a filter cutoff, you can add it like here, and then go to filter cutoff and do whatever you want, right? Okay, first you have to go to sampler control and turn on the filter. Okay, notice this is actually let me change them to, if you go to sampler control now, so you can do a lot of cool things with the pattern editor alone. And I'm only scratching the surface. I'm going to be making more tutorial about pattern editor in the coming videos. I'm going to keep this video short. So that's it for today, guys. If you guys find this video helpful, please make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, smash the like button, and share this video to everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.